Oh man, I almost don't even want to do this review. Okay, let's get the big things out of the way. The things that I've been hearing about from a few of you who have sent me messages. Ned, yes. See, I knew it was going to be bad for you guys, and most of you out there are just like furious probably at this point that Ned has been separated from his head. Oh, I know it hurts. I know it hurts. And yeah, I can understand that. I mean, I knew from last week's episode, well, from 7, let's just say that this episode was gonna be rough, and yeah, it certainly is. And the problem is that it was still such a good episode. It was just so full of good stuff in there. And I really want to talk about it, so let's take a moment for Ned. And let's cross our fingers for Drogo, since we don't actually really get to see what's going on with him in that tent with the whole black magic thing, but I can't see it being good, people. Can you? I don't know. Tell me. Anyway, yeah, so full of good stuff in this episode. As far as the technical aspect of it all, the way that it was filmed, it was fantastic. There were some really, funny things in there. I love the levity, and of course, Tyrion always provides. But what I thought was funny was when, oh God, when he gets knocked out by his own men before the battle, and then at the end they did the whole gladiator thing where he just, his body seems like it's just floating of its own volition over this massive killing field. And he wakes up. Oh, it's so funny. It was great. And then again, talking about more of the technical aspects of the show, it was so beautifully done with Ned when he is up on the sept and he has put away or put aside his honor to try and save the lives of his children, of his family. After having that talk with Varys, oh man. Which, by the way, I still don't like that dude. And I don't mean that as a character thing. I mean the guy playing Varys. No good. But anyway. When everything goes silent, and all you see is Ned, and you're watching him, and all the sound goes out, and all that matters is this moment. And all you can think of is, oh my God, I can't do anything. I know what's going to happen. He knows what's going to happen. There's nothing we can do. And you have to resign yourself in this absolute silence. Scary, but so good. Love it. Okay. And now as far as the episode itself, I always like to look for themes or things that kind of connect the episode together. It was so full of these beautiful, sorrowful moments. I mean, at the wall with Jon and two of his, well, sort of his brothers, the Lord Commander, which is, Lord Mormont, who's father of Jorah, who's off with the Dothraki. Him giving him the sword after Jon has saved him from the crazy zombie dude. And how special that was. And you see the sadness in his eyes because this was meant for his son and he'll never be able to do that, and this is the closest he's going to get to. And there's a lot of love and respect for Jon at the same time. Great stuff. And then of course he talks to Maester Aemon, who we find out that he's a Targaryen. Oh. And not only that, I mean, pretty high up, he was next on the throne and declined the throne. That was interesting, I thought. But he had that moment where his loyalties and vows were tested, as he explains to Jon, right? His family's being attacked, and he has a decision to make. Is he going to keep his vows that he made when he said he was going to dedicate his life to servitude, or is he going to do something about it? And he makes his decision, and as he tells Jon, you know, you're going to have to make this decision. I can't make it for you, but you're going to have to live with it. Beautiful, sorrowful moments. Well acted. It didn't feel cheesy at all, at least to me. You know, let me know if it did to you, but to me, it was beautiful. Beautiful, sorrowful moments. Catelyn, when she sees Robb come back from the battle, and you see her, and oh my God, he's safe. Thank the gods. He's back to me, but you know, at the same time, he's just not the same anymore. He's gone to battle. He's come back a man, and a very good one too. 'Cause damn, he did so well. And well, I'm talking about the character now, right? He goes out there. It's his first, you know, big battle. He's leading it. It was his idea to throw the 2,000 men over towards Tywin Lannister as, you know, the big fight, thinking they were going to go and chase their tails with this big fight. And then he was going to pretty much attack at the Trident, I believe. That's where he took Jaime. And wins that battle. Captures Jaime Lannister. Now he's got a victory and leverage. Fabulous. But not only that, he's not stupid. He's a really smart leader. For someone so young, it's admirable. And you can't help but be on Team Robb. So cool. And of course he doesn't get baited, right? When Jaime's trying to get him to, oh, let's settle it. It's just House Stark and House Lannister. Let's do it here and now. Come on. Robb knew his limitations, but he wasn't going to get baited, and that's what Jaime was hoping for. And you can see a little bit of respect when when you know, he says, no, if we do it your way, you're going to win. I'm not going to do it your way. Oh, so good. But speaking of decisions, Joffrey. What a little rat-faced fool. Here he is. Ned has just confessed to a complete lie. And basically is handing him the kingdom on a platter. And he pisses it away. Why? Because, oh, I'm King Joffrey. I'm going to be all badass. Yeah, everybody's going to know how tough I am. I don't think so. Fool. Fool of a boy. But it needed to happen. Now, again, back to Ned and the Sept. Beautiful, sorrowful moments. Sansa and Arya. Oh. Both of them are losing their childhoods. Like that, in an instant. All the ideas of chivalry and romanticism that Sansa has pretty much grown up with are crumbling for her. And I think we can safely say are pretty much gone at this point. And Arya, oh, her dad is being killed in front of her, and she's in the audience. And now in this episode, I think very much that Arya has become the mirror for us in this one. And you'll find that you shift all the time. Like, so great. That's why this work is so fantastic. And that's why I love it so much. Each of the characters, you get to become them at one point or another within the story. And so this time we really get to be Arya, because not only is she literally in the audience, which is where we are, but here comes a shield for her. Someone that's still trying to protect her. And that's what we're feeling too. I don't know about you guys, but I certainly was. I want somebody to make this go away, or to at least, you know, shield me so I don't have to see this. I don't want to see Ned get killed. Please. He's been a hero so far, and I can't. And that's what you want, and that's what happens with her. Like, she knows this is happening. She can hear the people cheering for this to happen, and someone shields her from it so she doesn't see it. Beautiful. And so sad at the same time. Right? Just brilliant stuff. Now, again, let's go to the Dothraki. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but this is so good. And I just have to mention all this stuff because it's been running through my head and I gotta get it out. So, we go to the Dothraki, and another beautiful, sorrowful scene. Daenerys is, of course, in love with her cow, her moon and stars. And she can't let him go. And she makes the decision of letting this witch take care of him. Which I don't think was the best thing to do with the whole black magic thing. She's realized what her status would mean if Drogo dies. And not only is her love for him fueling her to make hasty emotional decisions, but also the love for her unborn child. I don't think she's that selfish that she would just be thinking about herself, because if she was, she would have left with Jorah Mormont the way that he was urging her to leave. Let's just go now, we'll catch a ship, we'll get out of here, we'll be safe. No. She can't do that. She can't lose the identity that now she has. She has come into her own, in a sense, through Drogo. So now, not only is she losing him, she might lose her place, her son. She can't lose the sense of self now. I get that. I totally get that. Because now her world would be coming apart. But the freaky stuff, too, is what's going to happen now after this whole spell thing is done. Because the woman told her, as soon as I start chanting, no one is to come back in here. And where does Jorah take her? Back into the tent. Oh, God. So, of course, we don't find out what's going on with that until next week. But beautiful, sad moments all over this. It was like a painting. It was like watching a painting being done, or a sorrowful song sung by a brilliant singer. Just one of those things where you're aching all the time just watching this thing. There's so much emotion. Even Tyrion gets his sorrowful, beautiful story in there with Tasha. Yeah, the girl he falls madly in love with, who his father tells him she was a whore, and then hands her over to his men and makes him watch. God. Nasty. That Tywin guy. So, 2 kings are now dead, and by that I mean Drogo. He was a cow, pretty much a king in his own right. And Ned, since Robert had made him regent. So for like 2 seconds he was king. So 2 more kings are dead, unfortunately. And the Stark family has now kind of been, blown to the winds a little bit. This is going to cause a shitstorm. You know it's going to cause a shitstorm. Over in the Dothraki lands and over in Westeros. It is going to be pandemonium, I think, for a while. So this is where I'm going to leave this review off. Please comment, give me your ideas, throw some more of your grief my way, or your anger. I can take it, it's cool, I get it, I understand. Rate this, comment, subscribe, and that's all that Mrs. C has to say for today, folks. Until we meet again. Bye.